I'm Barbara Gray, and I don't own enough floppy hats and sunglasses to be anybody's Instagram girlfriend.
Aww.
Unfortunately.
I'm Brandy Posey, and 92% of abs are a waste of abs.
I'm Tess Barker, and fuck Chris Brown for pretty much everything, including making that one good song.
Ugh.
My name is Katya Zamolodchikova, but you can call me Katya. I'm Russian woman, activist, actress, and mother.
And this is Lady.
This lady.
Can you keep a cigarette? Neither can we.
We got a show for everyone. That's the fucking best. Come on, baby. It's time to hang out with your favorite ladies. Ladies and ladies. Ladies and ladies.
Oh my God, lady, this is gonna be the quickest intro of all time.
Yeah,
so we
because
have
we
to
just
get
gotta
to our
get
guest.
to it.
Oh, gosh.
What are we doing? We're going. Oh God, when
We're
are
going to be in Chicago November 19th.
we got our dates.
We're playing the Athenaeum Theater at 7 p.m. For 45 minutes before Bullseye. So if you're in Chicago, come to see us.
Come see us. The tickets will be up soon. Check
Yeah.
out Twitter.
I'm
and
so excited. That's going to be a great night. Perfect
Fuck yeah.
slot. Stick around for Bullseye after, fellow.
We're already working on a meet and greet to get Tess a bunch of Malort.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have to get initiated into Chicago. I'm popping my Chicago cherry.
Yeah.
And that will be right when I end my celibacy. Also, so I'll fuck people. We'll talk about
sure
that.
it will.
Wasn't aware that was the thing that
Oh
was
yeah,
happening.
that's happening.
Barbara, just stop
Quote
it.
unquote.
Stop with the celibacies and the stop.
I'm still drinking, but
Okay,
I'm
good.
I'm being celibate.
Okay.
It's a good thing. Okay. Anyway, wait. Also, if you leave, we're doing this thing. We're giving away T-shirts.
Yes.
Leave a review of us on iTunes, and we're gonna pick some of our favorites and send you some free
Yeah,
stuff.
for the next 4 weeks, we're going to pick our favorite one every week, and you're going to get a T-shirt
And
We'll
some
send
other
you-
stuff.
We'll send you a koozie and some pins. And
Yeah, because
thank you.
we're clearing out these shirts because we're gonna make some new ones to have them at the podcast festival
Yeah.
in November. Yay! Also, this is Barbara Gray. I'll be in San Francisco headlining the Punchline on September 20th this month, and headlining the Harmony Club on the 22nd, and then the Crow's Nest in Santa Cruz on the 25th.
And this is Brandy Posey. Why are we doing it this way? I have physical copies of my album available on my website, brandyposey.com. And I'm also throwing in a bunch of stickers and pins and stuff. If you want to buy those right now, they are on sale. BRANDIEPOSEY.
BRANDIE. That's the way we like
Like
to
to
be.
a party. Sound off.
1, 2.
Let's do our guest.
Yay! If you guys can't tell, we're really excited to have our guest on. It's Brian McCook, aka fucking Katya from Drag Race.
Oh, thank you so much for the cheering.
Yeah.
This is so weird. I feel like, well, first of all, can you hear me mouth breathe? Probably not.
No, I don't
okay.
think so. David, mouth breathing.
This is so cool. But I love voices.
Yeah.
And you don't have to smell or look like, I don't have to look a certain
Yeah,
way or
you don't
smell a
have to-
certain way. I can just be here and that's okay.
Exactly.
Well, you smell great, I think.
That's
It's
as far
fine,
as
but
I
it doesn't
can tell.
matter.
Yeah.
Because there's no way for them to know. They just have to trust you.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that we like that too, because man, we look like shit sometimes when we do
I
this.
know. I woke up this morning and I was like, I hope he knows he doesn't need to be in full makeup.
Oh no! I thought of that, and I was like, "There's no way.
No.
there's no way they have to pay me thousands of dollars." And this is so much better.
Yeah.
It's so good. And like, I never, that was the first time someone had introduced me as Brian McCook, and it feels nice because that's
Yeah.
what I am right now.
Yeah.
And sometimes I forget.
Exactly.
How often
You're
are
Brian.
you
You're Brian.
But I like playing with names. Like if I meet people like at a gig who aren't familiar with Drag Race, I'll just introduce myself as Barbara.
Oh,
I
that's
love
one of your
Barbara.
go-tos.
Really?
That's one of my go-tos. Barbara, Cheryl, Vicky, Maureen, like all these names
Really?
of like women who could work at a bank.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when
because
you're
I worked
in
at a bank
drag-
with these women.
Are you serious?
Yeah, for a short time, and it was terrible. But yeah,
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I just got new headshots done, and I have like an auburn wig that makes me look normal.
Yeah.
And her name is Brenda when I wear it.
Brenda, that's another one.
good
Brenda's a
one.
very good.
Stay
bang
tuned to
teller.
All Stars because that's my mantra. Like, shut up, Brenda. Shut the fuck up. That would be like my inner voice, that was like telling me you're not good. You're pretty bad. Like you should go home. Whatever.
Oh my God, we should
named
all
her
name
Brenda?
that. We should name
Yeah,
that.
like it's
in
gonna be for
ourselves.
you though. It's like, what's your like special bad voice?
Oh my
Right.
God.
Yeah.
Mine, I already got it. It just came right
Oh, yeah.
to me. It's Cheryl.
That's gonna be good. Well, Cheryl's the dead raccoon I wear in my head, and
I love you.
and if you do stuff like that, if you have these like talismans in drag, the
Yes.
fans like will like fixate on those and like make a fan page and just forget about you.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
Like
pretty
Ornacia.
nice, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Ornacia.
When the like the sort of character, the inanimate object eclipses the star power of the actual person. That's when you know you've made it. You know? It's so weird.
I think I can't wait to know I've made it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just a dirty dish towel.
Yeah, you got to get a nice thing though. It's got to be kind of like, but you can't sell it. It's a whole, it's a long thing.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's such a that seems like such a drag specific issue.
Yeah. Yeah. There are a lot of drag specific issues. Yeah. I use Dawn dishwashing liquid to take my makeup off.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
It cuts the grease and it's soft on my
But
skin.
it doesn't hurt your. I mean, I guess you
Well,
don't get it in your eyes.
no, I just like, you can't put it in your eyeballs.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
You got to like be careful with like right when you dig around the eyeball.
Yeah.
Like oil is only good for
Coconut
that.
oil, though,
Yeah.
right?
Do you do coconut oil?
That would be good. Like that's Courtney, who's like the naturopath, like of the drag world. She lives in LA and she does coconut oil, and her supplement bag is bigger than her actual like clothing
Really?
allowance. Yeah, she's like real cool about. She's a
Do
wacky about that
supplements do
stuff.
shit? Does
so
anyone
funny.
know? I don't.
It's
think they
placebo
do
for
anything.
sure. I think
Yeah.
supplements and crystals, it's like, hey, if it does something for you.
Yeah, but I think also you can't underestimate the placebo value of it.
That's what I mean.
although
I agree.
When people try to take advantage of that on the part of the consumer, that's when it's just becomes shifty.
Exactly.
You know, I
Yeah.
mean, you're only selling snake oil, then
Yeah.
that's bad.
I
Yeah, all
agree,
that
but
Herbalife and shit like that. It's
Herbalife
like-
is bullshit, but
It's
like
a scam.
something
Yeah.
like
Total scam.
something like every once in a while we'll go off on these things where we're on apple cider vinegar or what have you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And look, if you feel like it's making you think more clearly, then you're thinking more clearly.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's not hurting you probably.
Yeah, and if it can do also have some kind of physical thing beyond the mind, then that's great too.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
hopefully it does. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we cross our fingers and hope for the best.
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
Yes, that's all we can do before we die. So you have computers out. What does that mean?
Oh, we just have
Oh,
like
okay.
our show notes.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
don't
gotcha,
need
gotcha.
We
to.
usually
Okay.
have our iPads or whatever.
So this is the modern version of a legal pad.
yeah,
basically,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, computers are the modern version of legal.
Yeah.
I just
Frank.
thought out from 92. I just don't know much. Was that Encino
Like
Man?
Encino Man, yeah.
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
what year did he come back into?
I think it was 92.
Probably 92.
Because
Around that time.
Yeah.
So you replaced him. You went back into the ice cave then.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Encino Man feels like a
Shifts.
Bill Clinton presidency movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
falls
sounds
into that.
What a
Oh my
great
god, I
movie.
had the
Yeah.
biggest hard on for Pauly Shore.
I was like, which one are you gonna say? I was just waiting.
Oh, because
believe
Pauly
Bill-
Shore and Brendan Fraser was
Brendan Fraser.
But not Sean.
That's so funny,
Wait,
you
who-
guys. I was in my head. I was like, it was so clearly Pauly Shore that was hot in that movie that it didn't even cross.
Brendan Fraser.
Wait, who's the guy? Sean Astin? No.
Yeah, Sean Astin.
is the normal one.
the normal one. Brendan Fraser's the caveman.
Yeah.
Caveman.
And
And
Pauly Shore's
Pauly's like the BFF, the
Yeah.
stoner.
He's the
Oh, okay.
weasel.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
that guy.
Gotcha.
I have Brendan Fraser painted on the side of my car.
You. The name itself or the man?
like
The
a picture
man.
of him.
Oh wow.
It's pretty amazing.
How
He's
did-
breathing fire.
What on your car?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's pretty sweet.
You're a lunatic then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other side has Abe Lincoln fighting a T-Rex in space.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
total lunatic. That's
That's
good to
amazing.
know.
Brendan Fraser was my safe word in college. My friends, like whenever
Doesn't
we
he seem
go,
like a safe man?
yeah, he seems so
He would
safe.
never rape you.
No, never,
not.
No.
never.
Yeah.
If he rapes somebody, forget it. Forget it.
We
No
all
hope
have
for
to
any
leave.
man.
We all have
Yeah.
to leave.
Yeah, it's awful.
In college, what we would do, like if we got stuck at a party and we didn't want to be there, one of us would bring up Brendan Fraser and we would change the conversation to Brendan Fraser, and then it was time to go. And if a guy,
That's a really
Code of
good
safety.
idea. I need
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like this.
I had
Yeah.
something like that with my friends, but it was just we would get really stoned and then obnoxiously clear the room by laughing too hard.
people hate the sound of a woman's laugh.
Ooh, I
It's
kind of,
very
wait,
true
I'm
and
kind of
sad.
Well,
into
that's
that though. Instead of you leaving,
Yeah,
make
yeah.
everyone else leave. I kind of like that idea.
Well,
Yeah, things get gross all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
How do you
Well-
get people out of the room?
Well, plan B of the Brendan Fraser thing is if a guy won't leave you alone, you say, I'm sorry, you cannot speak to me until you name 10 Brendan Fraser movies in 60 seconds, go. And then they have to sit there and
I
rack
definitely
their brain.
can't do that.
I can't either.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what's to stop him from just just being more obnoxious, even though he can't do it?
Then you
Yeah.
walk
That's-
away because
Yeah.
you're like, you're a loser. You're a loser,
Yes.
and I proved that you were a loser.
Wouldn't it be great if you could just throw up on someone,
Yeah, like
projectile or not?
but what if it was like that thing that they? Oh, this is bringing up a child actor memory.
Can't wait.
So when I was a kid, I screen tested for that movie Parenthood with Steve
Yep.
Martin. And remember the scene where they're driving home and the kid throws up? I screen tested for that part. And I got to try out the thing where it was like the fake, because that was pretty much the whole part. was just
Wait, they
using
had
throwing
fake
up.
throat. What do you mean? What did you do?
It was
up your arm.
tube?
Yeah, it was the thing that was up my arm,
the
and then
tube
they
thing,
fed
okay.
it through. They blended it in with makeup, and you didn't see it. So that when the camera was here, I just went like that, and it was a trigger thing that I pulled with my hand.
That is so cool.
And the screen
Can you
test.
imagine going to every party with that?
Yes,
Right?
I can.
That's
yes,
what
I
I
can.
mean.
And definitely never leaving the house without that apparatus like firmly
Yes.
installed. Yeah.
That's
Never
your
again.
thing. That becomes the thing that everyone wants to buy. Or what is it called? The ordination.
But then when every party starts to be filled with vomit, like we have to reevaluate our social skills and like choices.
Yeah. What if you put something else in it though? If you just put glitter in it, you could just
Oh,
like
that's even worse than
vomit.
vomit though.
It is true.
Glitter?
yeah,
can't
you
get
really
that
can't
out.
get that out of anything.
And for a
Yeah.
guy who's being a creep, that's even perfect because he'll always look like a fag. You know what I mean? Like, that's like the ultimate thing.
You can tell he's been marked. Like he's a creep.
Yes, and it's marked with glitter, which is so great because it doesn't even smell, but it looks like in the
We have
sunlight.
to
it,
start
like-
marking them with glitter. We have to come
Sparkling in the
together
sun.
and decide the color.
Yeah.
And just get
Oh my
sparkles.
God,
That'd
that's
be a really good
idea.
superpower for a woman, rather than a killer pussy in
Yeah.
fucking American Horror Story that never went anywhere.
Oh, it
but
is
like,
bullshit.
But you know, if you could just vomit glitter on like bad men, but have to get in their eyes and blind them too.
That's true.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah, at
you.
least for a little bit.
This is honestly
Yeah,
perfect.
temporary.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
No pain though, which would be confusing.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
true. That's true. Oh,
Yeah.
Instead of mace, yeah, just
Yeah.
be.
It's like
Yeah.
you just need a glitter bomb.
It's a glitter bomb, exactly. Oh, the activists do that to like gay activists have done that. Or
Yeah.
queer
Oh,
activists.
what a fun. I mean, it's just fun.
It's fun and annoying though because
Exa-
the glitter takes months to come out.
Yeah.
Of everywhere. You know what I mean? How it's going to be. They're going to find it.
How have we
everywhere.
not developed a better glitter?
No,
There is no-
I think it's
They
just perfect.
There's good glitter out there though.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, for like cosmetic use because it's in your eyes. It's
You mean like
dangerous.
highlighter shit or
Or like
like
Just like
dust,
stuff you can.
kinda?
But yeah, like there's like craft glitter and then cosmetic glitter because you don't want to put craft glitter in your eyeballs.
right?
Yeah.
But even like I don't know. I feel like even when I use like cosmetic glitter, it can stick in there for a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Like
Like-
it's really hard.
You're
to get off.
saying
Even
you're
coconut
saying they
oil.
haven't come up with easier to get rid of glitter.
Yeah.
You're
But
not
that's
saying
just the
better
nature of
glitter.
glitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's kind
It's a
of great
commitment.
about glitter.
Glitter's
Yeah.
just more permanent.
Yeah,
That's
tiny
nice.
shiny pieces everywhere.
Did you guys ever see glitter with Mariah Carey?
It was bad.
I mean, I heard it was horrible.
but it was bad, but not in Showgirls bad. Like it was so bad, it was
Just
good.
not
It was
Showgirls and is like entertaining start to finish. No
Yes, it's a blast.
question. One of the
Every
best
scene.
movies ever
Every
made.
scene.
Yeah.
Perfect
Absolutely.
movie.
Paul Verhoeven though, gore and sleaze.
Yes.
Yeah, I just watched
I mean,
Total Recall
Total
again.
Recall is one of my favorite movies
Gore
ever.
and sleaze.
Yeah.
Like, he loves gore and sleaze, but he just did it. I haven't seen it, but it's a great. Isabelle Huppert is just like a crazy good French actress. Was just in his latest movie, and it's about apparently a woman who is sexually assaulted, and her attitude about it is like flippant, and she's just like kind of a monster. And I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm dying.
I
to
haven't
see
seen anything he's made for a long. Like those are like the ones I always see
I didn't
over and
even
over.
like know that was. I didn't know that was the same director that did
Yeah.
Total Recall and
Yeah.
Showgirls.
He
Yeah.
and he did he write or Showgirls? I think he did, or I'm
have
not
no
sure.
idea. No
Because
idea.
I saw
tell
they
ya.
used to do a live performance of it at UCB where they would read the script because the
Yeah.
script's apparently fucking insane.
It is incredible.
Yeah.
I used to love doggy chow, like eating dog food. It was so bizarre, so weird.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a different writer. But I guess the script would say, so usually scripts say like INTEXT for
Yeah.
like interior, exterior.
Yeah.
The script said internal, external for every, like even
Oh
the
my
stage
gosh.
directions made no fucking sense.
That's
It's
adorable.
total insanity. And
yeah, like what was the action like? Was it written like really crazy?
yeah, the crazy, the sex scene where she's in the waterfall. like,
yeah.
Or
coming.
just flailing.
Yeah,
around.
that is
Yeah.
one of my favorite things
Oh
of all
god,
time.
they read it. They read it in the script, and it was so amazing.
What
Just
are the
like-
stage directions?
I can't.
No.
I can't remember. Maybe we can find it because it's
And like,
fucking.
you know what
nuts.
I love about that scene is my favorite other Elizabeth Berkley movie, and I think we're all on the same page here. Is the I'm so excited, freak out on Saved by
Sure.
the Bell.
Oh, of course.
and
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a real parallel. I think we saw the sex
Yeah, the
scene
kind of-
coming
from that
from
moment.
that moment. That
Yeah, that was the foreplay. You can just connect.
Foreshadowing. Like it was.
Just connect
She was
them.
so excited and so scared of where her career was about to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, she was about to get the best call of her life.
I mean,
Yeah.
I love that scene in Showgirls just because it's like so nice to see. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's not weird that I look like that when I come, right?
In the pool every time.
Normal-
Every
yeah.
time.
Pool sex leads to that.
yeah, I'm sorry, we can't do this until we go.
Can I ask a question about suction and pools and the possibility of vaginal insertion of a penis? Is that even
Oh, you
possible?
can totally
You can do it,
You
but it's
can.
not necessarily. Yeah, it's like kind of weird because water's not like lube, so it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Well, of course not. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
anti-lube.
it's just
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you can do it.
Oh yeah, I've absolutely had sex underwater.
Oh, wow. okay.
Underwater? I don't think underwater. I was half out of water.
Oh,
Yeah,
I bet
In
that's
like
in a hot
a
tub.
in like a
Yeah.
3-foot pool. Not like the
still,
deep end. You're not
I mean,
fucking in
I
the
am
deep
pretty
end.
good. And the thing is, the edge of the pole
in the
gives you
deep
really good leverage, so it is like it's not a
Oh
horrible.
yeah, and you can really like the control you have over your body and its lightness.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
That's the most fun.
That's
exactly.
the pro.
You know, I mean, there's probably some really cool stuff you could do in a pool. Really.
Also,
I mean,
your tits float.
handstands.
That's the best part.
Your body looks amazing.
yeah, and it probably feels amazing too, which
Yeah.
makes it that's yeah.
Yeah, and what's really if you have a bar you can grab onto, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Or slide down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you slide
Onto
down
a
onto
stick.
the.
I'm just waiting. All right. Yeah. But it never is.
It's
Like it
like
never is in
No.
real life.
It's
There's a lot
never.
of fumbling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
forget
exactly. No, I know. I always like think I feel like I feel for people with penises because I'm like that's a lot. It must be hard to like figure out.
I mean, yeah, you're just trying
later,
to
it's
jam
later.
something into a hole without hurting it.
Yeah, but you want to do it like it's like
look for,
kind of
like,
seamlessly as
extreme.
possible.
But it's just often not seamless.
Yeah.
at
Oh,
all.
yeah.
And I wish they would like make a really, really good porno, but there was a scene that was like 2.5 minutes of like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, like it was like, but it went on for like ever and ever, and it'd just
so
be really
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
And then they get it in, and it's just and then they go for it. But like, yeah, I watched way too much porn before I had sex, so that was like a weird thing.
Oh,
'Cause,
that's
like,
it. Actually, our
interesting.
lady problem is kind of about
It's
that.
about
Oh
that.
yeah, it's
Very
about porn,
interesting.
so we'll talk about that later. But yeah.
Exactly.
That's Buddy the dog agreeing.
So wait,
Did you
is
see
makeup?
Pamela Anderson just came out? Okay, I guess we can
She
talk
did
about
what?
it later. She came out like talking about the dangers of porn.
With under the tutelage
Pamela
of some like
Anderson did?
Rabbi Shmuley or somebody. It was like there was a rabbi in New York.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
or
Part.
not in New York,
no.
but yeah, it was like in concert with
Oh,
with
interesting.
it was a rabbi or like a Hasidic teacher. I forget. I don't remember who. But yeah, I just read that on
Wait, what did she say?
I
they're
didn't
just
read it.
anti-porn.
I saw
they're
the.
very anti-porn. They think it's the language of it is really interesting. They're like it's terrifying and the words they use are very like strong and almost
Hyperbolic?
yeah. But
Or it's like you can tell
I think
it's
there's
kind
a
of
story there. Yeah, porn definitely affects us, but it's not going anywhere.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I actually think that there probably is something to how accessible it is right now and how
course.
easy it is
That
to
was their
use.
point,
And,
yeah.
But
Internet and
that said,
everything.
people, I mean, when they found Pompeii, they found like a sex menu where people could go choose what there was.
Oh, yeah.
Sex. Yeah, I mean, porn's
Sex and
been
porn's
around.
not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
yeah. So I mean,
No. It's been around forever.
I mean, being anti-porn or anti-masturbation is just that's
How
like
do we
being
do it well and
anti-eating.
healthy?
Yeah.
Like, that's the
Yeah.
question. Not
That's
like get rid of it. Get a grip. Get a grip. You have no
Right.
grip on life.
Right, like,
Yeah.
is there a problem with the current porn industry? Absolutely,
Yeah.
but the problem isn't that it exists.
No. It's our complete access and like and unwillingness
Well, it's
to
our
not
complete,
look at it.
and I think the much bigger problem is the stigma of it.
Yeah, the stigma and the
mean-
shame that goes with it.
Which is and what does this do to help that stigma and shame? Like
Yeah.
nothing. Pamela Anderson screaming about it with some rabbi. Like, first of all, girl, listen, you're
This feels
if
like
you're
when I
not-
found out Beck was a Scientologist.
Yeah, if she's not willing to like
Right.
use like the fact that it's Pamela Anderson talking about this in a way, it's
Yeah.
like it's so absurd.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, well, of course, I mean, because she is the godmother of the sex tape.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pamela
Kim
Anderson,
Kardashian
Tommy
is her
Lee.
daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Literally,
or goddaughter.
yeah, goddaughter.
yeah.
Yeah, like just like how Miley. Don't you guys love that Miley is Dolly's goddaughter?
I didn't know that.
That's right.
That's amazing.
That's
I didn't
right.
know that.
How adorable
man.
is that?
That is
That's
super
great.
adorable.
It's perfect.
But porn, yeah. I mean, but I mean, yeah. But the point about Pamela Anderson is like that means she's in a cult, which is disappointing. 'Cause
It
I've
is
always
ver-
really liked
yeah, and you get the sense that that she got like she was being taken advantage of or her influenced somehow by like this guy who's that's like really upsetting. But
Yeah.
You know, her and Tommy Lee at my first and worst job of my life when I worked at Skechers in the outlet mall in my hometown. Had to wear a basketball jersey to work, oversized basketball jersey to work.
boy.
You know, when you're clearing shoes off the floor that people have been trying on, they call that clearing wood. Anyway, so I was clearing wood at Skechers in my basketball jersey. And I see this like really smelly guy walk in, and I thought he was, like homeless or something. And I look up and I realized that it was Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson, and they came in all stinky into my Skechers one day. Yeah,
Did you have to clear their wood?
I had to clear their wood.
but it's so cool though. Do you have any idea how many times they probably like rolled into like the first class line at the airport looking like who done it?
Yeah.
And then the people are like, oh no. You're not a homeless
You're
degenerate.
famous.
You're super famous and rich. That's like from one second to another. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay,
seem
you
like
guys, do you guys
Skechers
want to hear
people.
a little bit of the sex scene? We found the script
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
from
definitely.
Showgirls.
yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
okay. Exterior pool night. She is against the side of the pool. Her face is turned away from him now. his hand is inside her mouth.
Interesting detail. She's faced away from him because he's pushing her away and clawing him towards her with her mouth.
Her mouth open. He holds her by the mouth. Okay, we get it.
Okay, we get there's mouth.
Her head is back. His other hand is inside the cleft of her butt. As he is inside her under the water. These are all ... Okay, ellipses. She moves against him up and down, back and forth, bump and grind. The lap dancer's movement. As he pulls her backwards, turning her head roughly, she starts to moan. The water from the fountain hits her in the face.
Yeah, oh yeah.
As she comes and tries to breathe.
Wow, it's really good.
It's wonderful. And it's so awesome, like reading, like hearing that and just like picturing
You can
Nomi
see it.
being formed.
So
like,
perfectly. Yeah.
Okay, this is what's going to go down.
She fucking went for that, man.
Oh my
Yes,
God,
she
that
did.
strip, that lap dance scene she does.
But
woo.
everything is so overly acted. Like my favorite scene is just right when she meets her roommate. Oh, God damn, what was her name?
I don't remember the roommate's name.
The girl with the braids who eventually ended up getting raped by her idol.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she's like asking her, where are you from? And she like throws her fries in like different places. And it's like it's so, and then just like she's like such a mess. She's like a walking
Yeah, when
firework.
she runs to the car and like
amazing.
beats on it.
Everything is like
It's
so.
like it's very like senior in the high school production, and the director was like, make a choice.
Yeah, I want this to work. That's what she must have said to herself every day.
Yeah.
I want to do this. I'm going to do this movie.
Did you guys see that picture I posted the other? I was walking by like a community theater, and I saw them rehearsing.
Oh,
And it was like
That
this
was
woman on the
amazing.
ground being held from behind by the guy. It was like the perfect.
That
Oh,
picture made me so happy. You
perfect
really
moment.
captured a community theater.
It was
rehearsal.
that
really
on-
a moment.
Was it on campus
Oh, wait, here
at
it
the
is.
community college?
Oh yeah.
It-
yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't. It's just the
Community theater just happening.
I love that.
Beautiful.
Really.
We'll post that on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
So you're in community college.
Yeah, I am. I don't know. I decided to. I want to train in music. Really, or not train. I just want to learn an instrument, and it's insanely cheap to take it there. So yeah, I'm taking piano in this other music class. But it's funny because I'm such an asshole. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like, the professors are all gonna be whatever, not gonna give a shit, and they all have like PhDs and they're like super legit.
There's like nice people.
Yeah, they're great. And so I don't know. Yeah,
Is
it's
this your
just-
first time at a community college?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I went to like a university, but they're
I
great.
love
And I'm like,
community
why the
colleges.
fuck am I paying back this giant loan for my regular school when I could have been doing this the whole
I'm
time?
so pro community college.
Yes.
Oh, it's
2
amazing.
years you can cut out of a 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
so cheap.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
so
as
cheap.
easy as that. It's not. I suspect it's not like, well, okay, you could go ace community college classes for 2 years and then just glide seamlessly into fucking
In California,
Princeton.
you can no, but
Right.
in
A lot
of
California,
places,
California has a really, really strong state colleges like UCLA and
Okay.
Berkeley and schools like that. And they coordinate with the community colleges here. So like you can go for cheap at a community college in California and then transfer to like UCLA or Berkeley, which are great school, and they
Yeah.
they coordinate with each other. So it is pretty.
That's what they were
seamless.
saying because they were
Maryland's the same way,
They were
yeah.
saying like, yeah, they're looking for ideally you would go to like a conservatory for music if you like took it as a major, and also Herb Alpert, the musician, donated a shitload of money so that all the music majors get free tuition forever.
Aw.
It's
That-
like,
oh my God,
I was
that's
like,
crazy.
what? So if you
Thanks,
got-
Herb Albert.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know. It's going well. I mean, I definitely had this moment where I was walking into class where I was like, I'm gonna be the old lady in school, like because
right.
there was always like the old lady.
Wait, are you the oldest one?
are
That
you?
can't be true.
Barbara.
I'm not.
70 years old, wants to learn the piano.
It's like a bunch of like 18-year-old kids and then me.
That's
You're the old lady
amazing.
in
I'm the old
community college.
lady.
I love
Barbara,
it.
In 1 month, you have put out an infomercial and become the old lady in community college, and I am so proud of
Thank you.
So proud.
I'm becoming my best self. Oh yeah, we've had some people write to us. And I'm in this. I have before and after pictures on beach bodies. Fucking, we have like.
She's in an
listeners
infomercial
that
for
send
something
it to us.
called Country Heat.
Yeah.
Whoa, what the happened?
What is country heat?
It's a workout program with Beachbody. It's like I did country line dancing for 90 days
To lose weight and get slim and like your
Yeah,
that's
well, I
amazing.
lost
Through
like
country line dancing.
I lost 33 pounds or whatever.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun,
Yeah, it was really
and
fun.
healthy way to do it.
Right?
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah.
and now I like country music. It was crazy. Anyway, you can.
Who's your
find-
favorite country singer now?
Oh, I don't.
I've been
know
trying to
the
get you
names
into
of
country
them.
for a while.
Yeah. I don't know the names. I just know the songs.
I like those
and the
oldies
moves.
like Loretta Lynn and Patsy
Oh,
Cline.
yeah.
my God,
That's my
yes.
kind of country.
Songwriting though, because American, I don't know, American music doesn't seem to have a lot of like narrative songwriting. That's just how country's like that.
And I think that's why I like country because I'm a musical theater girl. So I
yeah.
like storytelling songs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Old country's my favorite too.
Yeah.
The one that makes me laugh recently that I keep hearing on the radio, I don't know who sings it, but it's like, something about a truck.
Oh, I
think it's
love that
called There's
song.
Something
Something
about a
about a
truck.
girl.
Yeah, it's like something about a girl in a truck and
a booze and a beer and
That sounds like he was just like, I'm gonna do a song, and somebody found his notes, and then that made that a song. He was actually writing the song.
I mean, we're also
lot of them
quoting
sound
it
like that.
terribly, but
No, that is literally
that's pretty much
the
it.
lyrics,
It
though.
definitely does go. There's something about a truck.
Yeah.
There's that. My sister and I are going to see Garth Brooks.
Oh,
in a
shit.
couple weeks.
Damn.
What? So we're seeing Beyonce in like 2 weeks.
I'm
also,
seeing-
by the way.
But now in those huge giant concerts, where are you going to sit? Or where are you going to stand? Because it seems like you'll be watching it from a screen. I'm not trying
Probably.
to like
No,
sound-
probably.
I mean, I'm like all for
It is
I-
called Something About a Truck, by the
Yeah.
way.
There
Is the name of the song.
No, it's absolutely what the song is.
Yeah.
I love going to like big shows. Sometimes I'll throw down. I mean, usually if I can afford it, I will throw down for like a nice ticket.
Yeah.
Just because you're gonna have them. Yeah. You
But
don't
tell
want to
me,
see all.
I get anxious and crazy in those big crowds. So like, but it is about the crowd experience, though, right? Like being around people who also enjoy it.
No, I think it's more just like I like seeing Beyonce tear shit up, or I like
Yeah.
to see Britney do her thing, or like
Yeah.
you know, like I just like to see. I love pop shows because of like how much money they cost, like just the explosions and then the what have you. Like
the
Big old
production.
theatrics of
Madonna
it all.
always did a really good stage show.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
she did a really
Yeah, I
good
mean,
stage
I don't like crowds
Madonna-
either, but it's worth it for me to see like
to
this
see
big.
because
But I can't go because I don't want to pay that much, so I'll just be watching it on the screen. I'd rather
the
just
back,
watch it
yeah.
at home, like the Olympics.
I cut.
Yeah.
You know,
I just
Yeah.
almost called you Katya. Brian,
No, it's-
you can get into shows for free. I think.
I don't know how to do it though.
Just
And I'm-
email people and be like, "Hi, I want to go to this show."
Yeah, but I don't like doing that because I don't know how to like pull strings or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe you need to hire a string puller.
Yeah, I have to. Shark. Like my manager, he would be like, he's like a shark, so he'd figure it out.
You're like, hey, manager, give me the Beyonce
That's
tickets.
the point. Yeah, you want to get to the point where someone else does.
But even then, though, so like if you can, I don't know, I just. Even if I can see them, like I like to be able to see the star like close up, so I can see like what
See their faces.
face looks like.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I usually
and
go to
those
small
tickets are
shows.
expensive.
They're like $1,000.
Those are, yeah,
at
those are. I mean,
least.
if
How
I'm
does
just
anybody pay for that?
if I'm close enough to where I can like see their costumes clearly and I can see the shit, then that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
I'd
know-
do that for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
I would need. Like it's it's crazy.
yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, but also like Beyonce, we're gonna see her. What, a week?
That's my
No.
first stadium
it's
show.
a week.
I've never been
It's
to a
almost a
stadium
week
show
away.
before.
This is my
Yeah.
second time seeing this show. I'm wearing the tour shirt right now. I kind of like Beyonce.
Oh, I really like that
thank
shirt
you.
actually.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's great.
Yeah.
This tour, like Beyonce in general, obviously is a huge show, but like the video screen that she has is the size of a skyscraper.
Holy crap.
And she uses it so well.
Oh, that's true because because she's incorporating a lot of her video and film stuff into the show.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's more it's
Yeah.
really like
I mean,
You were at the VMAs, right?
yeah, I just
Oh my God,
we were
you
on the white carpet because it was white, but we were on there and then somebody screamed and we're like, what's going on? And they were like, it's Beyonce, and I'm like rubbernecking it, and there was a false alarm because she came in right as we were there as well, but she only walked like a small portion of the carpet, which is really long.
so you saw the performance, obviously, at the VMAs.
No, I left. I left. I didn't want to see the show. No, because I know. I don't want to see the show. Like I know I was gonna like it very much. I liked her thing, and then I liked. I think
Rihanna?
that's it. No, I saw Britney because
Britney, of course.
She's
Oh,
not,
boy.
we have to keep her alive.
She's doing fine. She's doing great.
She's doing great.
fine.
Yeah.
We got to keep her happy because that's our cultural debt to her.
Yes.
We ruined
Yeah.
her.
Agreed.
So as long as, but if she says in a loud voice, "I don't want to do this anymore,"
Then we let
have
her
to
sit
listen.
down.
Then we let her go.
Yeah.
Then we let her go.
Yeah.
It's very true.
She's honestly, she seems like she's doing great. We follow her very closely.
Why?
Yeah.
On Instagram, she's
Yeah.
always posting. So it's like her hanging out with her boys all the time.
You
She's
can
doing
never
okay.
know.
Every morning I
never
check
know.
the New York Times
Yeah.
and Britney's Instagram.
Is she to New York Times like, is the world dead? Is Britney dead? Okay.
Those are my two concerns.
Yeah.
Check it in.
And I
That's a harbinger of doom when
Yeah.
she dies.
oh God, I can't.
and it's just a
I can't
symbol,
even
but
think about it.
I think it's going to be a big
Oh,
symbol.
I can't.
Oh
even-
God,
It's going to be a big
Yeah.
one.
I love
been,
her so much.
I've been talking about this on stage, but there's this one Britney Instagram where she's twirling under a waterfall.
And the caption
It
is
says, "I twirling for all my haters."
swirling for all my haters.
That's fabulous.
Well, it's
Isn't that
perfect though
beautiful?
because
Yeah.
this is what she's trying to quote Beyonce. Formation.
Yeah.
I twirl on my haters, and that's the difference between Britney and Beyonce. Is Britney Britney twirls for the haters and Beyonce twirls on the haters.
Isn't that profound?
That is profound. I mean, that is so profound. That is
Isn't
literally
it?
the difference between
Exactly.
both of them.
Exactly.
They are.
Yeah, and that Beyonce said the statement first, and then
Yeah.
Britney
And then
tweaked the
that-
same statement. Yeah,
she
that's
tried-
really
she
it.
misquoted
She tried to quote it.
And
But
then
no,
it's
she
her,
told the truth.
and
They,
she's
like,
looking
misquoted
good.
it.
She's
Yeah,
looking good,
she
and
really
she's
is.
wearing her ponytail and a scrunchie, and she's behind a waterfall, and she is twirling for her haters.
Yeah.
She twirls for her haters.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what I love about Britney is like in so many ways she's so self-aware in her own special. Like she's just such a special person.
Yeah, it's a particular like degree of self-awareness.
I mean, her on fucking Carpool Karaoke when she was like, James Corden was like, do you know what Oops, I Did It Again? What is Oops, I Did It Again about? And she goes, I don't know.
That's so funny. I'm not really sure.
I was like,
the
lyrics.
Well, also, she was what, 15 or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
A baby.
But it's just so
Little
funny. I was
babe.
like, you're amazing.
I mean, but
love
what's
her.
great about that statement is that we all know that nothing makes less sense than that music video. Why is she in
it makes
space?
zero, but the
Then they're
lyrics
at
make
Titanic.
sense. The lyrics make sense.
Yeah, the lyrics do, but you can tell from her.
Yeah, the Titanic thing is insane.
But you can tell that has Britney written all over it. You can tell that she didn't know what that song was about, and she was like, "Let's do like a Titanic reference."
I want to
love
wear a
that
red
movie.
jumpsuit.
Yeah. But you know what the important thing of all this, that and before that, she was in flat sneakers, and that's really important.
Yes.
Yeah.
She needs to get her out of those damn heels, you guys. Like,
Everyone-
if
yeah.
she doesn't want to
Legs.
dance, you're gonna make her dance. Like, she needs to be in like flat sneakers.
You know what? The comedian Eliza Skinner, she works on James Corden,
Yeah.
and she was like watching Britney videos for the Carpool Karaoke thing, and she texted me. She goes, "We just need to get Britney out of those heels."
Yeah,
She said
because her appeal was like this aggressive, energetic, almost tomboyish, sexy girl that
Yes.
had
Yes.
like because it was like low to the ground. It was like that kind of power in the feet that wasn't delicate.
Yeah.
you know what I mean. And that was like a really kind of like those boom boom.
That is
boom.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
that
a
way.
really like
It's like power
masculine
moves.
a way of dancing. That was,
Yeah.
and she flung her hair and had a crazy hot body, and a lot of the skin was shown in the belly, like because they had
Yeah.
those low rise.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Thank
Those
God, those are
fucking-
not coming
She
back.
looks
I
so
fucking hate those
hot
things.
in
to
those.
shave your
She looks
whole
so
vagina.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those
To
are
shave your
disgusting.
entire
The
vagina to
worst.
wear them. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
If
If you
go
drop
really-
something, it's just gone. You can't
yeah,
pick it up.
3 inches of crack.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you have to
You guys-
lay, you have
there
to
were,
lay on the
like,
like this.
7 years of my life, you could see like a whale tail in it every day because I wore those pants.
Oh, yeah.
It would just
Yeah.
be like my jean line,
Yeah.
flesh, my underwear.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's my style.
Yeah, it just happened. Everybody's doing it. It doesn't matter.
We all just kind of accepted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just what happens.
So wait, did you before you started dancing, like had to dance in heels for drag stuff? Had you danced in sneakers and stuff like that?
I don't really like dance. I took like 2 semesters of ballet, but like I just kind of like wiggle and like fall down and grind around. Like, well, we didn't have like it was
Yeah,
like a small tea stage where it's like a cabaret where we're like present yourself on stage and then just go right to the audience and jump on them.
Right.
Right.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
like in terms of like a dance routine, it's all really like basic. But I hate wearing heels. I hate
Really?
Yeah,
What a fucking nightmare.
They're great
Awful.
to wear in a photo shoot because obviously they make the leg and foot look really sexy, but that's literally it.
That's the problem with them is like I wish we could get rid of them as a society, but they make you look so hot.
You know what? I have this guy friend, and he's married to a woman, and they're really, really cool. And he just says, honey, can you put on those heels? And he jerks off on her leg,
That's awesome.
and she takes them right off.
Guys,
You know
love
what?
this.
I was
There you go.
I was actually thinking about this as like maybe a joke idea or something recently, but well,
Let's workshop it.
Workshop this out.
no. I was more welling this
spitball.
might, but I actually think like sex is the ideal use for heels because
Of
you're
course
not
it is.
walking.
You're not
The
walking
only place you're gonna wear those 6-inch Louboutins that
And
like.
that's who it's for. Like in that
Yeah.
moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to like objectify and hobble yourself in public. No. Like you're not gonna run away from the guy who now has a boner because of your goddamn heels.
Yeah, because you look
Exactly.
too fucking good because of these stilts that you're on.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's awful.
Yeah, I mean, but God, I just can't. I mean, there's nothing like a heel. Like it just
Yeah.
makes your.
But that's
leg
why
look
it's
amazing.
okay to just use them once in a
Yeah,
while.
so, but
I mean,
they
I wear them
really-
like maybe like twice a year or some shit.
Me too, and I always regret it.
It's weird there aren't retractable heels yet. Like there's a robot on Mars, but we don't have
Shark Tank,
retractable
Shark
heels.
Tank.
Yeah.
You know what I
Let's
mean?
go.
Yeah.
Why isn't there like a button on your phone
the
that
hard
you can just hit?
because the problem with like there's such a craftsman like aura of appreciation for heels that you give. It's like, you know, those, remember the ones with the pump?
Oh,
they just become little gadget things, and that's inherently not sexy for some reason.
That's true.
Gadgets and heels.
There's
don't
a
really.
way. There's a way to do it, though. You know what I mean?
I think so,
Like,
yeah.
I think there's a way to do it.
You know what you have to start with is like, it's too bad Alexander McQueen is dead, because he would have been the perfect one to roll that out with like a ridiculous, artsy, crazy
I
Lady
feel like
Gaga
it would-
situation that you have to make it art first.
Yeah, and then it'll become like every day.
I feel like it would unscrew like a table.
and then it could
thing.
and then it could be a weapon.
Yes, please.
That's a lot of time though.
Like,
I want
just in
hidden
case.
weapons on me at all times. That's what I always want.
Why is the woman the industry for hidden weapons on women needs to be
I
way
feel like
bigger than it
honestly
is.
might be bigger than we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's underground. It needs to. Well, I guess
Yeah.
it has to be for hidden purposes.
We have to take a break.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But we're
Yeah.
gonna be back.
BRB.
BRB. This episode is brought to you by CISO. Yep, that's right. SEESO.com, the all-comedy, ad-free streaming TV service made for the serious comedy fan. CISO is stacked with new original series, quotable classics, late night, and stand-up specials.
Let me tell you, they have hilarious original series that you don't want to miss, like The UCB Show, a weekly variety showcase from the original founders of the Upright Citizens Brigade. Features Amy Poehler, Matt Walsh, and Matt Besser, and Ian Roberts.
CISO is also full of amazing stand-up specials from Brian Posehn, Wyatt Cenac, Roy Scovel, Matt Besser, and Big J. Okerson, to name a few. CISO has a ton of awesome comedy, so go to CISO.com and start your free trial today.
I'm Jesse Thorne, and I'm curious about Jonathan Van Ness and his show, Getting Curious. Who is the show for?
Anyone that wants to learn in a way that isn't an aggressive, judgy place.
How do you feel when you're doing the show?
Sometimes uncomfortable because I'm in a place where I haven't been before and I'm doing something that I haven't done before. Because you're growing when you're uncomfy. And I do feel like this is a place where I've grown a lot.
Getting Curious, a show for your baby brain. Download it wherever you get podcasts.
Hey, we're back on Lady to Lady. I'm Brandy,
I'm Barbara.
I'm Tess.
and we're here with Brian McCook.
Hi, that's me.
You can have a Kit Kat
Have a
if you
Kit
want.
Kat.
Have a Kit Kat. Go for it. Have as many as you want.
There's a donut in there with a Twix inside of it too.
He had a donut.
Oh, okay.
Delicious, right?
So good.
So good.
I just love how pro donut this podcast has become.
Really? I
love a
mean, why would
donut.
it be anything but?
I love a donut. I love it way more than a cupcake.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no
Like, million
question.
times. Donut wins.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I'm just pro pleasure, like in every way.
Yes, pro pleasure.
Embrace your inner pleasure.
Was that a Tanya? Was that a Tanya talking? It felt like a Tanya to me.
Tanya, yeah, or like Melanie.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was- you
Mel
get,
for
was
short.
getting some
Bless.
good Mel vibes off that.
Mel's
voice.
always go by like Mel and then the last initial.
Yeah,
Mel
Mel C,
K.
Mel B, Mel
Yeah,
K.
Mel's-
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Interesting. Mel B, Scary Spice.
Yeah.
is great.
Really?
That's all. She was a judge on Drag Race, and she's like really, she was the best judge ever.
I was
so
just talking
awesome.
about her last night with some people who didn't know about that Eddie Murphy thing with her.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
god, that's crazy.
It's so fucked up. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
He's her he's her
Yeah, he's her baby daddy.
baby daddy, but he won't admit it or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
He refuses to take a paternity test.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And there was also rumors about him having dalliances with like trans hookers.
I've heard about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what though? That could be any man because
Yeah,
get
yeah.
with the program. Every man does
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
I mean, not every man.
I mean,
but,
but
it's so much more prevalent than you think.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Wait, so who like what's besides Mel B, what were some other like real fun Drag Race judges that you've had?
Well, Mel B was awesome. Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, I
my
could
God.
see
She
that.
talks so
He's so
softly
fun.
though. I was at the edge of the stage where I was closest to her.
Yeah.
And she kind of whispered like this. I mean, nobody could understand anything she was saying. It was really funny. And she was super nice. And then this is a spoiler. I can't say that.
Okay.
I don't know who else. Oh, there was a bad one. I mean, the bad ones have been really bad too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was so excited for the actor who plays Lafayette in True Blood, or played Lafayette in True Blood.
okay, yeah.
The really, really flamboyant cook character.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe he was like sick or just like not feeling it that day because he was awful.
Oh, that's so.
And he's straight, which is like always he's a great actor then.
Yeah.
Because he was super, super boring in person. That was a bummer though.
That sucks.
How was Blondie?
That was on oh my god, season 8, the one right
Oh,
in
fuck,
between
yeah.
in between season
Sorry,
7
yes.
All Stars. No, because it
Yeah,
happened
yeah.
right after. Blondie, and then also Amy Sedaris and David Sedaris.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Sedaris's would have been a
yeah,
dream.
but I'm glad though, because if I had had a bad time in the challenge and had done a shitty job, and then they said and they were like, "Oh, you're kind of not cool," I would have been devastated.
Yeah.
You can't recover from bad words from the
that.
Sedarises.
I don't ever want to. I've met her, or whatever, just at a signing, whatever. She's one of my favorite people in the world.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be her friend, and I don't want her to say anything bad about me. So I don't want to meet them. Don't meet your idols. That's the kind
Has
of thing.
anybody
Definitely
done
those
Jerry
people.
Blank for drag? That would be fun.
was a whole-
That'd
yeah.
be a good snatch
Yeah.
game.
Was that a challenge?
It was a whole
But you
challenge.
can't do,
It's
yeah.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't do it for a snatch game because there's a thing about copywritten characters. But yeah, it's snatch game works better when you're just lampooning a person. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah, and yeah, she's oh man, Raven actually had done a really from California. She was on season 2. She did a really good Jerry Blank look. Then yeah, it's so great.
Yeah, I fucking love her. Is she still waitressing and having bunnies in her apartment and stuff?
I don't know, but she was on recently on this Adult Swim show called The Heart She Holler, which is the most twisted,
Oh, I saw that.
compilation,
Weird
grotesque
show.
comedy. Yeah, and she loves to be disgusting.
I know. That's what I love
She
about her.
loves to be the most you can tell that she just delights in the grotesque, in
Yes.
the feminine grotesque, with multiple breasts and scales around her vagina. That kind of just the grosser, the better. And I love that so much.
Yeah, I just saw that Cindy Sherman exhibit, and that's exactly what it was like. Just this grotesque, femininity, just putting on all these different. And she does it all by herself, so I can just imagine her dressing up. When you put on makeup, you're like, oh, let me just put on weird lip. Yeah, just get
Yeah.
really weird with it. You can just tell she goes for it.
I don't think I've done that since I was a kid with
It's pretty
makeup,
fun
where I'm
to
just let
do.
me see how. I did plays and stuff a lot. I guess I have played characters where I had to make myself look older or do
Yeah.
stuff like
Oh, I
that. But
love that.
me too.
I did it because I was getting rid of a bunch of makeup, so I put it all on at once and just made it look bizarre.
You went
I
to
think
your
I have a
errands.
picture of it. It's fucking crazy,
That's
but
awesome.
it's fun to just go for
Is
it.
makeup what got you interested in drag?
Yeah, it's a part of it, especially that fork, because I always like makeup just in general, not beauty makeup. But when you go from a flat nothing face, and you go okay, you could go try to make myself the most beautiful or try to make myself the most ugly.
Yeah.
And I usually don't. I usually can't with another drag queen, if they can't get that last fork, if they never wanted to go there, then I usually don't get along with them super well.
I could see that.
Because it's just like the most visible, the most invisible.
Yeah.
And usually people don't want to be invisible.
Right.
But if you've ever wanted to be invisible, especially for drag queens, they just have to wait till they're old. Yeah. Gay men are invisible when they're old in a way that
Women know nothing about that.
Yeah. I'd say it's even worse than women, honestly. No, that's
it's
not
such
true
a-
because if you have money, then you're okay. But
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
gay
so-
culture is very youth obsessed too, just in
Oh
general.
my god! Yeah, it's just concentrated. A lot of the same the Venn diagram between gay interests and women's interests are there's significant.
It's a pretty
overlap.
fat circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I think what it is, it's with gay men, it seems kind of, men like youth.
Yeah.
So in heterosexual culture, that means that they turn 50 and get their third 25-year-old wife. But maybe in gay culture, it's
Yeah, but then if old and poor, that's the ultimate invisibility.
Yeah.
but that's for everyone. I think.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
I used to have nightmares about that. Not about Freddy Krueger. I'd be being poor when I'm old. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's really scary. That's real world scary.
Oh, it's true.
when you were a kid, you had
Yeah.
that nightmare?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude,
That's so
an
funny.
old person in a bus stop will send me into a spiral. It just freaks me out so bad to be like,
See, I absolutely adore old people.
Oh, no,
I
I
love
love them.
talking. I really
I
like
love them.
I
I just
it's
get
weird.
scared.
I find the people I get along with very naturally are 12-year-olds and 80-year-olds.
Oh, interesting.
I love both of those. I really old people to me. I've just always vibed with them.
I adore
yeah.
old people, but aging fucking terrifies me.
Sure.
I think it doesn't terrify me as much because I've taught senior citizens aerobics and met.
Right, and it's just life. The thing is, life
Yeah,
just
yeah.
happens,
Yeah.
and you get more happier as you get older.
Life
Because
happens
you're
in-
just who gives a shit?
And you get happier, and also you have actually a fairly large degree of choice in terms of how you're going to age. You want to exercise and not eat
yeah,
like
that's
shit,
true. Oh,
you're
that's
going to be
true.
a
More choice than you
much
think.
happier
Yeah.
old
You're
person.
not
I know
helpless.
that from
Yeah,
when I
take care of
taught
yourself.
exercise to old people, I was like, oh, everyone just move your fucking ass and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Stop being lazy, you 85.
That's your version of Get Moving of Michelle Obama's Get Moving.
Move your fucking ass and you'll be fine.
just throwing people out of wheelchairs all over the place.
Oh, can you curse on this?
Oh, yeah.
No fucking way.
yeah.
No, we've talked about fucking in a pool, but you can.
Oh, I know.
Okay, let's play let's play our little. You're gonna get to hear one of our theme songs.
Yes.
here.
Oh, great.
boy.
Who, what, where, when? Who, what, where, when? Who, what, where, when? Who, what, where, when?
Oh, I'm so sad we don't have the old lady problem song.
I know.
No.
I know.
It's
It's
all right.
okay.
Okay, so I think you can tell the name of the game, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Feast of All Saints.
Yeah.
Who, what, where, when, why?
We'll just ask you some random questions. Just say whatever. It's
You can
not
interpret
really-
them however you want.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
mostly pretty
They're pretty
straightforward. Who were your childhood heroes?
Oh, who were my child? Somebody like what's it? Gem?
Oh.
Gem
Yeah.
and holograms. That was that one.
Yes,
She-Ra. Any woman with power who was also sexy
Yes.
or smart or both. Yeah. all
Nice.
three, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Were you into like the pop icons, like the divas?
No, I liked more superheroes, like that kind of stuff, like people who could make really crazy shit happen.
like Wonder
Yeah.
But
Woman
always
and
woman.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So like later on when Kill Bill was like that came out, that was like a real
movies are so
woman.
good.
Oh my god.
I
I
just
can see
rewatched
your
them.
drag being really Kill Bill influenced, actually.
I love all those. I mean, all those women. The whole, the Daryl Hannah's character, and then
she's
and
amazing.
then it's Lucy Liu's character, like all the different characters. Oh,
Oh, you just had your eye patch, which
yeah,
is
that was
very
like
Daryl
like
Hannah.
Elle Driver. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I love that. It's like I love superheroes too, but usually that it gets a little too like out of this world. They can't
Yeah.
make it, but Kill Bill is a perfect superhero movie.
Oh my god, isn't it? Those
Yeah.
movies are beautiful.
Ugh,
I
so
love
good.
those. I want to watch those again right now.
Yeah, it's
I just
great.
watched it a couple weeks ago. It's amazing.
That scene where she's stuck in there and she has to get it out with her foot, where she has to kick open the. That's
Oh,
so
yeah, she's
Buried
suspenseful.
alive. I know.
Oh,
And then there's a great kung fu like teaching montage in the middle of that.
Yes.
It's great.
It's so fucking good.
I love kung fu movies.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but I want to see women in them.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yes.
the,
Have you seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Yeah.
See, I think
Great.
like that kind of shit.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like really powerful, like not victim women in those movies. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Are you into like Ronda Rousey and that kind of?
I don't know what that is.
You know who Ronda Rousey is?
No.
She's a UFC.
Brian, you'll love her. She's so awesome.
Is it UFC? I don't know about UFC fighting
just
though.
you don't have to watch the fighting. You can just follow her on Instagram.
Don't pay attention to what she does, darling. Just look at her. What's her name? Rhonda what?
Ronda Rousey is her name, and
Rousey.
it's actually really, really cool because UFC is a really like burgeoning sport.
It is incredibly violent.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, bare hands, no pads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
But everyone kind of knows what they're doing, and usually
Sure.
it's fine. And like, to
But
me,
I mean, I can see not wanting to watch. I don't really like watching that kind of
I
stuff.
don't know why. It's maybe kind of weird that I like boxing and UFC because I'm like a pacifist vegetarian.
Yeah, it's super weird. Yeah, so talk about it.
Okay.
So why do
Well, I mean, to me, I find it very similar to dancing. Like to watching. She's really
Oh, she's gorgeous.
she's
She's
like-
not at all what I had pictured in my
she's
mind.
beautiful.
She's just like super ripped and like,
Yeah, and UFC is it's probably I would think the most egalitarian sport. Isn't she gorgeous?
And also, like, yeah, it's
She's like a
interesting
total
because
badass.
Yeah.
a total badass, and like the height of like athletic femininity.
Isn't it? I mean, that's why I love about her so much. Is like she is strong and like her beauty comes from her strength. Like
Yeah.
she's
Well,
so-
also she's like from hair and makeup too.
yeah. And they sometimes make her act and she's bad at it. But
Like the WWE.
She was in that Mission Impossible.
she was in Mission Impossible.
gotcha.
She was in the
Yeah,
Fast
yeah.
and Furious.
Oh, okay.
But,
I thought you meant like in there's no you acting in the UFC though.
No.
No, yeah, they don't have like wrestling like
No,
intros.
she-
That'd be kind of cool though.
I wish
She's
they
such
had
a good
full-on characters.
She's such a
It'd
good
be
fighter.
better.
This is crazy unprecedented because UFC is obviously a very male-dominated
Obviously.
market.
Yeah.
I mean, she was recently defeated, but she's when she fights, she's the title fight.
Okay, gotcha.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And so the female card is on the same card as the men. And not only is it on the same card as the men, but the primetime fight of the night is two women.
Right.
So it's a very kind of cool sport because the stars are coming out to be women and men watch the women. And like there's no other area really in sports where like the females are starting to be as like visible and respected and
dude.
viewed on an
Yeah.
equal
Yeah.
playing field. So it's kind of like awesome.
I want to
pretty
know
sweet.
when a room full of men who are watching that fight. I want to know which ones of them, honestly, like what is they're thinking about.
I think they're seriously watching the. She's a really fun fighter to watch. Like, because like I mean, it's funny. What I like about fighting is like the story behind it and like the rivalries, and it is kind of there's like that wrestling element
There's a
where it's
drama
kind of
for sure.
Yeah. And you know, there's that building up to it. But then, and it doesn't bother me because they're both like consenting adults and they're well trained.
Nobody's coerced in it.
And to me, it's a lot like watching people dance together or fuck. It's like, how are you gonna? There's sort of like a real intimacy you have to have with someone to fight with them.
Well, they're in the those moments when they're resting and the boxers are like hugging each other.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre to me. That's
it is very intimate.
Yeah. Like there's some really good fighters who barely move at all. Who it's just really about how they're like taking it slow. I mean, everyone has like a really different fighting style, and there's some people who like in the first round they're just really good at dodging punches and conserving their energy. Yeah.
It is the total. It could be and then the knockout is the orgasm.
Yeah, but knockouts also aren't super common.
Oh, right, because that's like Fantasyland. That's like when in the action movie when I punch you and your lights get knocked out.
Although Ronda had a knockout, so she had a rivalry with this woman who just was like talking shit, said shit because Ronda Rousey's dad killed himself, and her rival said something about it. So there was this crazy. So that fight, Ronda just calmly walked in the ring. That fight was 14 seconds long.
Oh my God.
She walked in the ring and knocked that girl out in 14 seconds. And afterwards, she just goes, I would just like to say, you don't say anything bad about my family.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like that?
That's like the fucking Godfather.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like.
Do you guys feel like I've had, not that I've ever
That's
knocked.
a movie.
Right.
That happened in real life?
Yeah.
I've never knocked anyone out, but when I have some personal shit going on and I go on stage, those are always my best sets.
Yeah.
So I need someone to come
bring
say
it.
something to me about my dad who killed himself before I perform.
Come to me. Hardest way you can.
Well, that's what Beyonce says.
Come at me.
In the HBO documentary, Life is But a Dream, Beyonce says, I love when someone pisses me off right before I go on stage. I love it.
Seriously, because like you
can
that
see it in her
energy
performance, yeah.
you bring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because you don't give a fuck about what people think. You're just
see,
like,
I
this
don't-
is my true.
I don't want any of that before I go
Really?
on stage. Yeah. Like, you can do it. You're great. You can do it. You know, I need like the opposite. I'm like, ah.
Okay, let's ask our next
Okay.
question.
Oh, yeah. So what is your favorite aspect of drag?
What's my favorite aspect of drag? Well, it's not shoes.
Yeah.
I'd say favorite. It's hard because there's so many different ones.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
a very
Yeah.
simple question we're asking about.
No, because
a bit.
but drag though it's different though because there's like it's literally the limits of it are whatever your brain says.
Yeah, it could be
because it's
anything.
acting, dancing, being a social person. You know, there's all these different. I'd probably say like the acting part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the acting part, like the what you do, the performance part.
I mean, you're so strong in that. I mean, like, it's like.
Well, I'm not like good actor, but you can
But you
dress
take
up
on
like
the
anybody.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah.
character stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, fleshing it
I
out.
like drag queens who there's most of them just play one character just because that's like efficient. It makes sense, like, and that's marketable. You
Yeah.
know, if
Right,
you have like
right.
400 characters, then you have to call yourself your regular name, and you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that a lot. I also really like the fashion part of it.
Yeah.
But it gets murky though because then you have to think about like if you're just aspiring to like rich femininity or like stylish femininity, and more stylish femininity is just like rich, you know, and then you're just kind of like towing the party line and not like critiquing anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, and like that's something I noticed actually, like on the show. Like I think Brandy and I have talked about this, where it's like it's kind of interesting, like the oh my god, why am I blanking on her
You
name
can
right now?
sense the classism on the
Yeah.
show.
Oh well, the show skews towards fashion.
Yeah.
Of course.
And drag is not.
No.
Drag has not traditionally been about fashion. Every drag queen has been poor, like everyone. You know what I mean? Most
course.
drag queens are fucking poor.
You're
always,
artists. I
Like,
mean, yeah.
poor working artists, and like you're literally scamming, like hooking during the day to like, and then performing at night. You know, that's the kind of drag that I know. You know, and I like a lot. And it's like the bed sheet version of the Armani gown or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely.
But so what happens when you give drag money? It just goes and buys the Armani gown. Like that's doesn't seem
not-
right.
That's
Well,
not
that's why I
drag,
liked
yeah.
about Chi Chi
Yeah.
so much last season.
Yeah.
Was like, and that's why
Oh,
I
yeah,
really
yeah,
fell
she
in love
talks
with her
about
because
it,
I
yeah.
loved her like scrappy pride. Like she was like, I'm fucking making this work on nothing. And like, to
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
I loved watching her do that, and to me that was so interesting and
Yeah.
so compelling to watch and see. Like,
But you know what? In the show. And the show does something. The next thing that the show does and is all about is really important because it absolutely rewards substance over style.
Definitely.
Yes.
And if you have talent, you have real discernible talent, especially more than just what is traditionally in the drag community. Oh, they will give you the fucking crown.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they don't say that ever explicitly, but
Yeah.
that's what they'll do, and it's great. And of course, like the visual part of it is so important. So you can't look a mess. Like people just dismiss you as something else. Then go be an actor, go be a comedian, or whatever. Yeah, I love that about the show.
Well, that's what I love about just RuPaul's whole like. There's so many things about RuPaul that just like inspire me and fucking bless. But but I just love that, and it might sound kind of trite, but just the idea of like just be you, and that will be the best thing you can do. I know that's like so trite, but it's like the queens that like really just are honest about what they have. Yeah, it's just so obvious.
Yeah. Can I wait? So I love. There's one of the things I was supposed to say it somewhere, and then I didn't. I have the guts to, because it kind of like it's because RuPaul also is very like a big supporter of that kind of of course you have to be yourself, and I said like just be yourself, and if no one likes that, change. No, because I was like, oh my God, no, because it's like I'm definitely trying to be myself, but I've always been myself. So for people who are living a lie, like or in these situations that are really tough for them to be themselves, they need to be themselves. But like if you're lucky enough to have been supported from the get-go, which is rare, and I'm like lucky for that, you have to be better. Yeah. That like so what is it like? What's true to me, but also like a better person. Do you know what I mean?
I do agree, because
ascend yourself.
Like, how do I just get better? How do I get better? Like, because my instincts they're very me. Some of them are really awful. Like some of them are really terrible. So
I agree too, because it's like, be just you, but like I'm pretty step. Like it's like, but then I'm only obsessed with myself, and that isn't good. So I do need to push myself.
It's creating the best version of yourself.
Right. But you got to find out who the fuck you are first. Because a lot of kids don't even know they're fucking gay. Or whatever, or they're in these situations where like you're in Oklahoma, or I don't know about Oklahoma, but some place where that's not tolerant and supportive, because I get emails all the time from people like I'm about to marry this girl and I don't have the courage to tell her that I'm gay. I'm like, oh my God,
no.
Like what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Jesus Christ!
Is it stressful to get those emails?
Yes. So I delete them all. No, I can't. I mean, I'm not that person, but but the fact that still happens. Yeah. It's so bad. And to women, the women are never talked about in these scenarios. How like.
Thank you.
Can you imagine being a woman?
Only Julianne Moore plays these characters.
Yes, she exactly does. She does. She's the ultimate female victim. Yes. It's so true. That quiet desperation that's just like unraveling. Oh my God. Far from heaven.
Yeah. But it's, I mean, that's really a shitty thing to do to someone.
Can you imagine feeling
that's
like,
a shitty thing to
and
do
not
to
knowing, not having this, like the satisfaction of knowing that, oh, he's just a goddamn queer.
Yeah.
But like, my husband doesn't love me. I'm disgusting every day.
We're taught to feel inadequate all the time. So of course you're going to think yourself.
It's you. Yeah, at least at the very least you get banged out by your husband every night and then just feel like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah. You deserve a dick that wants to fuck you.
You do, every woman. You're listening. You're listening.
Deserve
and young boys.
Yes.
Yeah. I grew up in Salt Lake City, so and I was a theater nerd, so I had so many guys who were friends who couldn't come out or didn't know they were gay. Grew up Mormon and just couldn't do it. And it is so nice to see many of them now on Facebook with their boyfriends, with the ones who like realized it. But then there are guys who, and maybe I'm wrong, who knows, but who I do think were gay who did get married and stuff.
I swear there's one from my high school, and it'll bother me. I need to know the truth. And I need to know. I knew he was gay in high school, but we were in different social circles. We could not have anything to do with each other. Yeah. And he got married, and there are kids, and I know he's gay.
I just know it.
I just know it.
Yeah.
And I'm dying to find out.
Has he gone super right wing? Do you know?
I think he is definitely right of center.
Yeah, because the one in
clean cut J. Crew kind of deal. Yeah,
same in my high school.
Intolerant parents. Yeah.
Yeah, he moved to North Carolina, was a science teacher, is now like a evangelical preacher's assistant or something. Has 3 kids.
Yeah, and he is sucking dick.
You know what annoys me?
On the side.
No way.
There's just no way.
One thing that drives me crazy about all this is like it's so easily fixable because kids will know whatever you tell them. So all we have to it's so simple just to tell kids some people are gay, some people are straight.
No big deal. You'll find out later.
You ready
Boom, done.
You ready for math?
Yes. That's all. That's it. One generation, and it is just gone.
All you have to do, I mean, because I have friends with kids who are being raised in progressive situations that all that is such a simple thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like teach them that, and then the color wheel. I don't know.
It's adding another life problem that's
kids don't
unnecessary.
care.
So
unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
It's so unnecessary. It's just it's just like logistical antagonistic thing that hasn't been fixed, and
that
it's like
ruins people's lives.
right. It's like
Yeah.
getting back to square one is hard for anybody. Like life is hard square one for
Yes,
everybody.
yeah.
But you're just saying with gay people, okay, you have another thing to get
Here's
over. It's
another
like,
thing to do with.
Yeah.
like, come on.
Just because we couldn't be bothered to give people this piece of information.
Yeah,
I
we
do
didn't
think we
know.
though,
It's-
like we said, it is changing though. Like the guys
is.
younger than
It
25
is.
are.
Yes.
It is.
But the
It's not
geographic
fast
isolation
enough.
of this country
Yeah.
like permits pockets that endure generation
But at
after
least the
generation.
internet exists though, so these kids
Yes.
can't.
Yeah, they find
do
out the
reach
truth,
out,
and then
you
Granny
know?
just needs to die.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and then
Basically.
exactly. Oh, that's true because everything is accessible even in those pockets, like through
Yeah.
the internet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just annoying while it's still happening, though.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's hard to see the progress taking so long.
Right. Because it's like
Yeah.
why has there never been a black bachelor?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Because literally, no, well,
Yeah.
because
I'm
like.
serious though. Like
true,
that's
though. Yeah.
there's been what 79 seasons of that show.
Oh well, think about it. I mean, that person is like the apex of masculine, like what we want in a man,
Yeah.
Yes.
and we don't want a black man.
No, they won't
No.
even get to Final Four. I
No,
guarantee they
I've
don't
never.
even.
It would have to be. It would be such a statement by the
Oh, that-
network.
yeah.
It would
Yeah.
have to be. It would have to be like. It would have to be a
And that's
thing.
what's so
you know?
funny is it's like not a statement at all. It was just
No.
like just
No,
do it,
but-
and everyone you'll
Yeah.
still have just as many fucking people watching it. No one will give a shit.
I don't know though because there's. I mean, there's so much. I mean, this country is so racist.
It's
It's so
insane.
so bad and like
So
and
embarrassing.
but the level between like totally not racist and very aware and like woke quote unquote as they say and
Yeah.
like you know the cross burning and the Ku Klux Klan
Yeah.
the ground in between that is like super huge.
Oh, it's yeah.
And a lot of people who are really nice, wonderful, compassionate people. That's
mean,
the
yeah.
problem.
There's
just
so
have to
many
know
wonderful.
about it.
But I think what people need to realize is that we live in a time where your reality is very much curated.
Yeah, exactly.
So and I think that piece of information, you know, I think it's very easy for us woke people to be like, fuck you people, how could you fucking think that? But then it's like
Yeah.
maybe in order to make some progress, we need to be more like, oh, how could they think that? Oh, maybe it's because they're seeing all these really scary things on
Yeah.
Facebook and they don't have
Yeah.
any access to this
Yeah.
information. And like I think as much as it sickens us all to even think about having a conversation with like a Donald Trump supporter, we don't even want to talk and think those people exist. They
Yeah.
have guns and shit. So like I guess we should figure out how to like I don't know.
No, talk to them. You have to, no, absolutely. And the thing is, as like people who are as an aware white person who's trying to be more aware, that's the one thing. And as an effective communicator, that's like, oh, duh, that's how I can actually help and in the process learn more about it.
Yeah.
Because I talked to some guy in South Florida who said the N-word. And I was in his living room.
Oh my God.
And I was like, all right, so this is an intimate situation where I don't want to like challenge his racism like explicitly.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what I said, but what the gist of what he explained was that I don't say the N-word to mean a black person. I just anybody who's a lazy fuck. And I was like, what?
Okay.
Yeah, you
So-
don't see-
So regardless of whether that's the truth, I was like, that's really interesting information.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
like, and so like you're demonizing. So the black person is a mascot for this group of people that you're demonizing. People who are like who don't pull their weight, who are lazy, mooch off the system, quote unquote.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
things which black people and other minorities have been accused of.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just fascinating to see how like actual that overt racism functions in a human body.
right
You know,
it-
in real time, in front of me.
It's weird to see it in the wild.
Yeah.
Because you hear about it.
Yeah.
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 But in this guy, I don't want to kill this guy. You know.
No,
I don't,
and that's the thing. It's like, right, exactly. It's not like, oh, well, he should be put to death. So it's more like, okay, how can we like realistically start to get these people information?
Yeah, the truth. How do we
Yeah,
all
yeah.
come closer to the truth? You know.
It's weird
Yeah.
because that is the bad thing about the internet too, is that people are able to find whatever weird version that they want to
Yes.
believe.
To back up their
Or
own
just
set
a
of
counterpoint.
facts.
Like,
Exactly.
I mean, the Twitter's
Yeah.
like, okay, there's a point where there's nothing can happen more here.
Exactly.
This person that's
Yeah.
like, no, racism doesn't exist. That's the great,
Yeah.
that's the argument for a lot of racists.
Yes.
You know, and it's
We're in
like,
a post-racial America, and it's quote
yeah,
unquote,
because
People
it's
who
not
argue
illegal
against
anymore.
like affirmative action and stuff like that, where
Right.
it's just like, well, that's
they're
racist
just
towards
lazy.
us.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah,
lazy
yeah.
and not able to take advantage of the American dream.
And I mean,
Right.
we've really lost. And I mean, I wonder if like, I don't know. We don't care about whether things are factual anymore. I'm a big. I love the old school newspapers. Like I said, I love the New York Times. And people are like, oh, the news media isn't telling you this. And like I have people that tell me like, oh, the media isn't telling you this. I'm like, actually, they are. I read the paper every day, and you guys aren't reading.
Oh, you
it.
don't give a shit.
You're crazy shit is happening in
Yeah.
the world, actually, and you are being told about it. You're choosing not to read it.
Yeah, well, then the only thing like on the television that gets paid attention to is what people are watching, and then the advertising. You know, it's like how is that like okay? Like, I mean, you know, with the whole Trump thing, it's just because he's ratings, so that's you see more of him and only him. Yeah. And not like boring Jewish man who's rallying on about policy.
Right.
You know, like, so how do you know what I mean? Like, how is that okay?
I think it's not that it's okay. It's that there's nothing we can do about it because it's much more compelling. A train wreck is always much more compelling.
Sure. And totally. And that's it. Yeah, you agree on that. But then it's like, well, then what? I don't know.
Because we live in a society that is like built around capitalism. And capitalism means you need to make the most money.
It's not working.
Yeah, it's not working.
It's not all the way capitalism. It's not the way to go.
No.
All the way capitalism isn't the way to go. And like this clickbait economy situation. I mean, because I write for the internet, and like I feel like I have a weird behind the curtain view of it. And I've written for like a mainstream like corporate news place, and I've looked at the traffic reports every day, and it's really depressing because what we have to do is
what does it say?
What happens is like we'll make like that's something that's really thoughtful and well researched, and that actually has an interesting story, and it does garbage traffic, but we ran it because we wanted to write something real. Okay,
gotcha.
Then we'll write something that's like. Then we would write something that was like things that you can tell about a guy based on his shoes,
Fluff.
and that would but just bullshit, and that would go bonkers. So then we have to have shit that does good traffic to make money. So we would just make more of that. So every day, as you, the writer, you're coming in and you're like, all right, I guess we'll make more of that.
Yeah.
So that's just that ultimate human cliche is that people just want shit, not the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So, I mean, I think if I have a message for anyone, it's stop clicking on bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious.
Oh, the consumer has enormous power. Yeah.
You do. You really do. And
really do.
And I'll just out this right now too. The Huffington Post doesn't pay their writers, so please stop giving them traffic. Thank you.
Thank you.
The shade of it all.
I just had my fan. Oh my god. Damn. Not even Huffington Post gay voices.
None of it. I mean,
especially not the
you know
gay
what's
voices.
bullshit?
Probably not, no.
Maybe if gay voices, if it's a celebrity, they pay their celebrity writers. Yeah.
God.
So there you go.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
She should. She went to the White House Correspondent Dinner with the fat Jew.
Oh, that's stunt
really
queen.
just sums it all up.
Stunt queen.
She is a stunt queen.
They're both stunt queens. Well, he's the ultimate
if
candy
you're
bar
going to
clickbait.
Huffington Post for your news, that is
But a lot of people go to the Huffington Post for their news.
Yeah.
A lot. And honestly, that's like best case scenario, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
As much as I
you're
hate
not going
HuffPo,
for that.
I'm going to go home and figure out a way to block them on my computer.
I mean, but how else are we going to research like crazy news stories for packets we're never going to get jobs for?
I have some. I mean, there's. I can give you some companies.
Okay, great. That's inside baseball, but we're gonna be back in a second. Bye. Be right back. Bye.
We are back. I'm Tess Barker.
I'm Barbara Gray.
I'm Brandy Posey.
And I'm Katya or Brian or whatever.
Whatever you want to. Okay, you said you love to give advice, right?
I'm writing a self-help book right now.
You are?
Yeah, because
Oh my God.
I am a
love
person
it.
that doesn't know how to do anything, so I
Yeah.
figured that's perfect.
Oh, that's the same with
That's
us.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I love that.
I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to take care of myself. I like basic hygiene. I don't know how to do consistent, like really rudimentary self-care things. So I'm like, yeah.
So is that the book you're going to be like learning how to do those things?
No, but I'm just gonna tell other people what I think is the best way.
You're going to be perfect for this segment.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great.
Fuck
Yeah, if you have a lady problem, write to us at lady2lady@maximumfun.org.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Getting digital.
Lady problems.
Oh yeah.
Lady problems. Lady problems. Do you have them? Lady problems.
You can.
Okay.
People have them.
Not just ladies.
Everybody does.
Lots of people.
Oh, yeah.
Also, join our Facebook group. There's a lot of good stuff going on there. Lady to Lady Podcast. People are writing and asking for advice on there, and listeners are talking to each other.
Yeah,
like
if
adding
you have
their own
something,
advice.
because we don't always record exactly right before it's going to get released, etc. So if you have like something you need advice on stat, maybe hit the
Call
Facebook group.
911.
The brain. The
Oh,
brain
that.
check.
Yeah. Call 911.
Yeah.
911.
if you're bleeding.
Yeah, hi ladies, I'm getting robbed right now. Could you...
Like, first of all,
Sincerely,
are you wearing
terrified
heels?
and
yeah, exactly. You obviously don't listen to the podcast. So.
Okay, here we go. Hi, ladies. So I'm pretty nervous to even be typing this, so I'll get right into it. I'm a teenage girl who has been watching and jerking off to lesbian porn for a long time now. Probably not where I expected it to go. I know. I would say for how long, but I'd feel embarrassed. Oh, fuck it. I've been watching it since I was probably 12, 13. But even before that, I remember being turned on by women before I even knew what the feeling was. I just remember feeling ashamed, and I still do. Through those experiences, I've come to the realization that I am sexually attracted to mainly only women, but still romantically attracted to men. I couldn't imagine myself being romantic and being in a relationship with a woman like that. I still find men sexually attractive and sometimes fantasize about having sex with men, but it doesn't really excite me as much as having sex with a woman does. But whenever I think about that, I feel guilty and ashamed. No one else knows about this, so naturally I'm writing to you for it to be broadcasted.
Good.
Yeah. My parents have also said on multiple occasions that nothing good ever comes from porn, whatever that's supposed to mean. I feel so embarrassed and ashamed about
Brian's
this whole
crawling out.
situation. Since you ladies seem confident in your sexualities, I need some support or validation or just some thoughts on my situation. Is my feeling ashamed from me just trying to get over society, trying to place people in a heteronormative box?
Yes.
Or is there something else going on? Is it possible to only be romantically attracted to one gender and then be sexually attracted to a different one? Thank you, ladies, so much. I'm a big fan. And then she says a bunch of nice things to us.
Oh boy.
Well, nothing good comes from porn except cum.
Thank you.
Yeah, cum. That's what comes from porn.
And cum is wonderful.
why you watch porn.
And sometimes you need a safe place to come.
Yeah.
And that's what porn is. And then I think a lot of bad situations are averted because of porn sometimes.
Well,
Yeah.
let's. I mean, she says the word ashamed like 10 times.
So she feels
So
ashamed.
that's
How do we
what's
get
up.
rid of her shame?
Yeah. So
I mean, I can personally identify a lot with this. I watched lesbian porn a lot when I was younger. I never acted on it till recently in my life. I'm bisexual, which I've never said on the podcast before. So there you go.
Yeah.
And I think it is possible to be. I mean, sexuality is fluid. There isn't a black. It's not black and white. You know.
Yeah.
We're not.
I don't think
Definitely.
that's not them. For her, that's a lifelong process of discovery.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a-
Who's creating the shame, and how do you get rid of that?
that's the thing. Because, I mean,
That's
at
the
the end of the
question.
day,
Her parents are creating. the
Yeah, so
shame.
they're not helping.
This is-
obviously.
This is first and foremost. Yeah, because like who and what she ends up wanting to sleep with and date, that's going to be a process and
Yeah,
a thing and a
doesn't
thing. But that's not going to go well until you get rid of the shame.
Shame.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's got to go. And so I think if this helps you at all with the shame, like it's been scientifically proven that almost everyone exists on some kind of a spectrum. Like
Sure.
there's
Right.
you're-
That's what I'm saying. Is it's just true.
yeah,
We're
I
all
mean,
there.
you're in the you're in the majority actually. Like
And there's
it's
no value though. There's none of those placements have any value.
No.
like none of them. Like hard, straight, just straight versus. I mean, they're all
No.
the same value.
That's
It's just
right.
All the
Yes.
shame applies value.
Yeah,
So there's no way
exactly.
you can get to that. Like any knowledge of that spectrum with shame. No shame.
because the spectrum doesn't that side it doesn't matter.
no, it doesn't.
Because
Only-
nothing has a value.
Right.
Because
The only
it's-
thing that matters is if it's kids or non-consensual.
Well, that's
Yes.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
sex that isn't consensual that is just rape. So
Sure.
don't rape anyone.
Yeah. That's a good. Hey, number one to-do list today. Don't rape anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once everything's consensual, then that's literally the only value you need to make in a sexual situation.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're safe and happy and comfortable and enjoying what you're doing, that is literally
Right,
all
but,
you need to worry
but
about.
it is very hard. I deal a lot with like shame issues involving sex, you know, and
Yeah.
because if you feel like you're a little bit outside of the norm, you do that to yourself. You
Yeah.
know? You
You have-
just tell yourself you're wrong or tell yourself it's not
Yeah.
okay.
And that usually especially with men, I feel like the sexual urges are so they're you can't ignore them so that the shadowy behavior will ensues. For example, the hundreds, I don't know if it's hundreds, but of men who are in the closet or not open with their desires about wanting to have sex with a drag queen or a trans woman, married, partnered, whatever. If they all knew about each other, it would be amazing. Like, I mean, it would be incredible. But it's the ultimate taboo. They can't talk to their friends about it.
Yeah, and that taboo needs to get fucking, because that is where violence and stuff comes in.
Yeah,
that's when people get hurt.
Yeah, they come and that urge is gone, and now they just kill that trans woman.
I mean, I think what this is the same problem as the rape problem, as the I think police brutality. I mean, I think almost every problem in the world is related to this idea that gender exists.
Yeah.
Like that you have a box that you have to fit in because it's a story.
But you know what though?
Story.
I feel like I think though the gender identity stuff, like there is you can't. I think it's a really tall order to ask people just like erase or ignore gender identity, because it does work as a function of like categorizing our life into kind of a way that makes sense, but it's not like when it's too rigid, it doesn't work.
I think we're viewing it in the wrong way as a society, though, because I think there are such things as masculine and feminine energies.
Yeah, totally.
And I think we need to be much more realistic about the fact that everyone has both or should have both.
Can have both.
We as a society need both, and everything. My personal view is that it works better when it's in equilibrium, and I think that right now we're kind of tilting towards way too masculine aggro.
Yeah, because we're killing everybody in the world.
Yeah,
and ourselves. Killing and raping. That's all we're doing.
So it'd be like dope to kick that down a notch.
Yeah.
So I guess I didn't mean that you don't have a gender identity. I guess I meant gender identity as we view it, the traditional quote unquote gender.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's different culture to culture, right?
Yeah.
And also time to time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys think so? She's wondering, like, well, yeah, obviously the shame thing is the first thing to deal with. Because
she sounds alone too. She sounds
alone.
very isolated.
And that's why I wanted to say, like, I honestly identify with this a lot. And maybe you don't ever want to be with a woman. You know, maybe you do only want to be romantically with men. I thought growing up that men was. I watched a lot of lesbian porn. I think because dicks scared me or whatever.
Well, it's also just like they're kinder to each other.
Yeah, and it was softer. It was easier to watch. But I watched a lot of that growing up, but it still was only romantically with men, you know.
Yeah.
And then was with a woman and realized that, okay, like I do like this in real life, not just in porn. And maybe that's not what maybe she does only want that, but I don't think you don't have to take it out. You don't have to qualify yourself as like, I'm only romantically interested in women or men.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
Get the shame out.
It doesn't matter.
That's where the shame's coming in.
It feels like the shame is sort of like around this sort of like, how am I, but what box do I fit in?
Sure.
It's like you fit in the U box.
Yeah.
You fit in like I think the most important thing is like take everything like situation by situation. Like if you want to sleep with someone, whatever sleep with them.
Yeah, it's a person thing, and it's not. And sometimes you won't expect it, but you might meet a woman that you're attracted to that you do want to pursue something with, and that'll be okay. You know, it's not. You don't have to choose that.
And if you've like defined yourself completely and rigidly, it's like there's no room for growth. Like life is about growth, and your gender and sexuality can be a part of that.
The question is, it's like, what if she is not sexually attracted to men at all? And you have to be okay
Sounds
with.
like she is though.
She is though.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
She sometimes fantasizes about having sex with men.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess then it's just a person to person thing.
Yeah, I think it's a person to person thing. I think you're
a lady to lady thing.
It's literally a lady to lady thing. I mean,
you're also a teenager, so you're just like a little like ball of hormones anyway that doesn't know.
Find friends on the internet. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like that's if you know, if she lives, I don't know where she lives, but I was like starting adolescence at the time of like AOL was like screeching up, you know, like you know and that was like I was goth and really weird. And
goth?
Yeah, and nobody was like, so I found all these. Used to like order, you know, German industrial music CDs from like Berlin, and then like you know through the mail, and then my whole life was like not in my suburban town.
Totally,
but that was important.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine how isolating that would feel.
And like you had like pretty supportive.
Oh, and my parents were amazing.
Yeah,
then that was feeling isolated and depressed within a sanctuary at home of like total compassion. So if you have any like any of the friction from like a normal, I can't imagine. Stifling.
Also, you are a teenager, but teenagers are they're smart. You know, you can talk to a friend and they are not going to judge you.
Or if
you
they
know what
are,
I mean?
get the
they should not be there.
curb.
Then you
But
don't want that
that's
person in your
people.
life.
You know, don't judge. Like I don't judge anybody for what they are into. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, in some cases where it's like hurting somebody, but nobody's gonna judge you. We're all sexual creatures. We're fucking animals. We're meant to do that. So if that's what you want to watch, then you're fine.
Yeah. I think that the idea of like a value placement is just something good to continue thinking about. Just let go of that.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Everything is what it is.
Yeah, just get those stupid sex shaming people out of your life.
Yeah.
Or teach them a lesson. You know, if they can't like.
I mean, it's hard with parents. You can't.
Well,
get your parents
you
in
know
your
what though,
life.
I don't accept that because with my parents, my parents are fucking awesome, but I rebelled stubbornly against being confirmed in the Catholic Church because I was like, this is fucking stupid, and you cannot explain to me why it's good.
Good for you.
And then you know what? Didn't have to do it. And then
I got confirmed and then left Catholicism like a month later.
Yeah, which is what like millions of people do.
That's what mostly
you know,
happens.
worldwide. Yeah.
But it's hard to do that.
on
I
you.
can't. I'm not good
Well,
at
you have to
standing
be a
up to my
shit.
parents.
Yeah, you have to be a stupid little shit. You have to feel like.
Were you scared to tell your parents that?
No,
Like,
I was just annoyed. I didn't want to go to CCD. You know, like I just. You know, like we have to do so much stuff, and I want to hang out by myself and like read my books and shit. I know how I want to spend my time, and that's like as a kid, you have to go to all that school and then do after school crap. You have no time.
I remember thinking that in high school, just being so, and that's why I dropped out of high school and went to junior college instead, basically, because I was kind of mature for my age. I started working when I was like 11, and I was like, you people are wasting my time. I'm not doing a word search. Later.
Yeah. And also, like, you have kids are all like chronically underslept and dehydrated.
Dehydrated as fuck.
Yeah, you can't have any drinks. No drinks in classroom. No nothing anywhere. I never peed in high school. I never went to the bathroom in high school.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, that was like when we socialized. You'd be like, you would just go grab the bathroom pass and like cruise.
Yeah. I probably drank a half a cup of water every day throughout the whole. It's terrible.
Yeah, I kind of remember.
I mean, I didn't care about being hydrated as a teenager.
Nobody does. Right.
No, you don't
Exactly.
realize it. You don't even realize
But
it.
if you are
Cigarettes.
jerking off all the time, please hydrate more.
Definitely drink more
Yes.
water. Definitely drink more water.
Yes. Yeah, we need to be telling kids about the importance of hydration.
No, seriously, drink water. Drink more water.
Send us your parents' address. We're just going to
Maybe
send her a
their
bunch of
parents
corn
should
and
drink water. Yeah, maybe their
Yeah.
parents are dehydrated. Her
Yeah.
parents, and that's why they're sex shaming.
But I do think there is something about, and I don't, depending on the kind of porn, but there is a little bit of problem about watching too much porn. I think if you have a porn
totally.
addiction or
Yes.
something,
Yeah.
that's something to, if it's all the time,
Yeah.
I think it can, show you situations that aren't very real that you can expect.
Also,
Yeah.
any pleasurable activity is going to be compulsive. It can get compulsive.
Especially depending on your
definitely.
personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's something I struggle with just all the time is like, I have no interest in quitting things. I just want to keep being able to enjoy them.
Sure.
It's like finding that balance where it's
Yeah.
like, if this is getting out of control, then I'll no longer be able to enjoy it because I won't be able to contrast it with the times that I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That middle way is, I think, is kind of boring, and that's what turns people off because these like spikes of compulsive activity or whatever are so exciting, and then the withdrawal is so like crushing. But being moderate and like just enjoying things in moderation is kind of like this middle
That's
way
what about your
like
30s are.
I
Like,
think-
that's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it's like,
Your
okay.
30s are.
Yeah.
But, and I think it seems boring, but
Well,
then
that's
I
not
think,
boring,
But I
'cause it's
think
peaceful.
I think it's peaceful,
Yeah.
and this is like so hippy dippy. But I think it's ultimately about like mindfulness. It's
Yeah.
like it seems boring, but actually, if you're paying attention to what you're doing and enjoying, it's not boring because you're actually enjoying it more fully and with much more definition.
And you're not looking to tell the story. Like, it's like you enjoy it, but a lot of these we get addicted to these like really crazy behaviors because we start to use them to identify ourselves with, you know? And like you're never going to believe what happened to me,
Yes.
where you're just not
Identity.
just feeling it and doing it
Oh,
whatever.
completely. That's why I
Yes.
decided not to fuck anyone for a while because I was just like, this is where I'm getting my identity from. And I felt like I've been doing it my whole life from men because it was just like, that's what I was into. We talked about it. It was like,
Yeah.
I don't have any
Yeah.
hobbies. I just was like, dudes were my hobby. And so I was just like, I need a fucking break. I want to just be on my own terms. That's all I'm caring about. I'm not fucking somebody for the story or
Yeah.
for the,
Yeah.
How old are you?
33.
33. Okay.
So,
fucking someone for the story when I was single was a real problem.
yeah, and it was just, and it's fun. It's like and I like heightening my life, and that's drinking, and that's fucking, it's like that is. And when you are used to those highs, it is hard to go down to the lows because you want it all the time.
Yeah.
But now at this point, I am just getting more comfortable with the in between, and that does feel good because I'm able to look inward and not just be numbing with that whatever the fuck stuff
Yeah.
I was doing before.
Yeah.
You know.
I did a Carrie Bradshaw list of like, because when I turned 30, I fucked like 1 million people.
A million?
Really?
Yeah, and like sometimes 3 in a night.
Really?
Yeah, but it was like it was very. Part of it was like it was all in drag. So these guys.
Really?
So I was oh no, this is like a sociological study too, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm just like fucking a million people. It's just like it was totally safe and everything.
Yeah.
Like, we never use condoms now, but like, but it was it was just out of hand.
You kind of like once you start, and that's what I started realizing. And I was in a long relationship, and I got out of it, and I was kind of fucking around a lot. And I started being like, "Ooh, this isn't for the right reason," and I can feel it, and I need to figure that out.
Yeah, you don't go to the same restaurant 3 times in a night. You know?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, too much. I mean, like, I wouldn't want to eat like an entire vat of chocolate syrup.
Yeah,
like,
I think sex is like food. Just like that.
very-
Just just the sexual encounter just by itself is just like a meal.
I think there's a
One
what's that movie?
cheeseburger. Only
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Like Water for Chocolate. That was about like the relationship between sex and food.
Oh,
But
I haven't seen it. Yeah. That was incredible.
But
So I know it's a very erotic movie.
it's very sexy, and it is. I mean, they're very similar.
Is it Spanish? Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just about. I mean, it's just about the parallels between sex and food, basically. But just they're both very sensual. They both need to be They're both essential to live.
Yes, and when it's over, it's over.
Yeah.
Like just like you don't like
no
lick
going
the
back.
glass of the restaurant window. Like
Yeah.
after you've had the meal, you just go home.
You know what, Brian? That is really, really, really good advice. I'm serious.
seriously,
Y'all
I
need
mean-
to think about
Yeah,
that with
yeah.
your dicks. After you lick your dick, you don't need to keep licking
Lick
the bowl.
your dick.
Or the
Yeah.
dick that you're licking.
You don't wanna,
lick
like-
it and finish it and then
Oh
go home.
boy, I have a bad problem with licking the glass. That's
Yeah, you don't want to text them spaghetti.
No, seriously. Yeah, no. I mean, just it's. I know it's different for some men and some women, and everybody's different about like casual encounters. You know, everybody has different like levels of or not of emotional involvement, but for. And then it goes from like the very impersonal man to the very like clingy woman as like cliches, but it's sex is sex. Don't make sex any more than it is. Anything more than it is. It's a
but
wonderful,
that's hard
pleasurable
because
activity.
don't we have we do have that hormone that gets released?
Yeah.
for
Oh,
us.
because we need to
Yeah.
procreate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
There's so much.
Yeah, and that is what I said. I mean, yeah.
But is that true though? The women have
It
the
is
hormone
true.
that gets
We
released.
have a hormone
We
that
do
gets
get emotionally
released.
connected.
Of course, because
Yeah.
it's evolutionarily, like biology wise, it makes perfect sense for you and the men to disseminate as much as possible. Blah blah blah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and that is what's so weird about being human is like we were definitely cave people.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, but
So
things
weird.
change so fast, and we need to I think it's the culture lag of our brains not catching up to technology.
I think so too. I think so too. All right, you guys.
So wait, any last words from
Oh,
this
yeah.
girl? I don't know.
Oh yeah, find out the people who are shaming you and figure out how to not make that happen.
What did she do about her
Yeah.
parents?
I mean, it's her parents who are doing.
How old is
Yeah.
she?
She's 16.
She's a teenager.
Yeah.
60.
Teenager.
She needs to find solidarity online if she can't find it in her community.
Yeah, I think that's a big
That's
part
right.
of it.
Yeah.
And then just get through these 2 years.
I mean, and know that you're not weird. It's very normal.
No,
Yeah.
you're not weird. Please.
Yeah, it's very
your parents
normal.
are weird.
Yeah,
you're
your
not
parents-
weird. Your parents.
Your
are weird.
parents are watching some weird porn. I don't know what your parents
Or-
are.
they
yeah.
Or they're not, and
Or
it's
they're not.
fucking them. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
they're saying.
And I
this.
challenge her
Yeah.
to talk to her parents about sex.
Interesting.
Yeah. I never talked to my parents about sex, not because they're bad parents, but just because it was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
had
be
no
willing to
int-
have a weird conversation with your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't want to say that.
I wouldn't do that.
I would now, but I mean, I still
I
would
mean,
feel weird
I'm
if my
terrified because I've
Yeah.
never told my parents I'm bi, and now I'm scared that some family members listen to this. So I like.
Good.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Bi
Yeah.
visibility is more important than any other kind, I think. They're still
Yeah.
the unicorns of the sexual spectrum.
Yeah, that's
True.
yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. God.
Well, Katya told me I'm a unicorn, so I can. I can go out on top today.
Well, see Katya on motherfucking RuPaul. What's the official title? All Stars.
All Stars Drag Race.
Yeah, something like that. It's good.
God
It's
damn
good
it!
TV.
This cast.
It's so
It's good
good.
TV, regardless of each of our individual involvement. It's good television.
Yeah, I mean, we've
Absolutely amazing.
talked about Drag Race all the time on the show. Where I mean, it's just an amazing. It's an amazing show and an amazing universe. And
Yeah, it's cool. It's really great.
we love you. And
Is there anything you want to plug specifically coming up?
No, just I live in LA now, so I'm happy about that.
yeah, are you going to be performing live here?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I don't know. We still travel around all the time, but yeah, I'm doing a show with Jackie. Actually, no, yeah. In October, I'm doing a show with Jackie Beat, who's a great local drag queen, superstar, and that's going to be at some place in October 8th, I think. Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm sure
Hell
you
yeah.
tweet out your
Yeah,
dates and all that
Bonkers.
stuff.
It's called Bonkers. Yeah, it's fun.
Oh my
I
God,
do.
we're going to be there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Great.
Plan on it.
Without a doubt.
Awesome.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Bye, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Can't get enough of us? Subscribe to our Patreon for exclusive bonus content, access to our first 100 episodes, and more. Go to patreon.com/LadyToLady now to sign up. As little as $1 a month keeps a roof over the glam cave and keeps you laughing, even when your coworkers stare. That's patreon.com/LadyToLady.
And don't forget to follow us on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram at Lady to Lady Comedy. Join our Facebook group, Lady to Lady Podcasts, to chat with other fans about episodes, or even post your own lady problems. Check out our website, ladytoladycomedy.com, for show notes, videos, and merch.
And follow our individual accounts, Babs Gray, Brandazzle, and Testify Barker for jokes and info and where you can see us perform live. And if you want to send us snacks, stickers, or a lock of your own hair, I don't know, whatever, our P.O. Box is 412-794, Los Angeles, California, 90041. And please, leave us a review on iTunes, but only if you like us.
We love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.